Hello, sisters. I am coming to you from a dog park. Leela and I came here for a little bit, and I have only 9% on my phone right now, but I want to come to you with an announcement and let you know that something that's brewing inside of me, and I'm going to, for the next month, the month of October, I will be going live every Monday at 6 p.m. to talk about this topic that is really close to my heart right now. The topic of the 4 blocks that I see specifically right now that are in the collective consciousness that are preventing us women, incredible women who are healers like you and yoga teachers and big hearts who came here with a big mission, but that's holding us from truly living in the state of ease and sacred pleasure, preventing us from receiving, you perhaps at this moment or at certain times in your life, preventing you from receiving what is your birthright to receive. And those are fear, and that shows up as resistance to the unknown, what you don't know what's coming, resistance to even receiving what's good for you, resistance to change. So all kinds of resistances, resistance to feeling, resistance to allowing life to come into you and support you, resistance to even change and support and allowing yourself to be carried by the universal forces that are always here. And the second one is shame. Shame is such a insidious and all-pervasive emotion, and associated belief that comes with shame is that there's something wrong with me or I'm not good enough. And out of shame that comes all kinds of mechanisms and strategies like comparison and judging yourself and feeling like there's not good, no matter how much you try, you're not enough. That habitual, collective, unconscious belief that there's something wrong with you or you're not enough. And the third one is really, I already mentioned the perfectionism and comparison. So I'll be diving more into those. And what is the fourth one? I'm forgetting at the moment. I don't have the notes and I only have like 6%. So I'm doing this completely imperfectly as my dog is finding another buddy to play with.
Hello.
Hi,
How
hello.
you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Fine.
So that was actually, I have a buddy who I was telling, I wanted to go live. I committed to this group to go live every Monday. But I happened to be in town and my dog needed a walk. So here I am, coming to you live completely imperfectly, spontaneously from a dog park. And my message to you is that there is a precious inner child inside of you. There is an innocent and perfect, playful, absolutely divine child that is inside of you. Yes, you who is watching this. And I see Julia and Tani is here watching. And all of those feelings, those blocks that I was mentioning, the fear, the shame, the feeling that there's something wrong with you, the embarrassment, even the shyness, they are not your true nature. It's something that like a wall that was built out of certain experiences that this precious inner child of yours when you were little in childhood experienced. And it is through healing of the inner child, and in our year-long program, that's what this month is really we're focusing on in the Confident Healer Academy. We are doing deep, profound work on releasing those layers that really hold this adult self from succeeding, from feeling accomplished, from feeling certain in life, and feeling confident. I'm getting a mosquito right now. So stay tuned. I invite you to come back, and I will make another announcement inside of the group. Every Monday, starting in October, we will be diving deeper into these 4 blocks that hold us, women, healers, coaches, visionaries, from fully allowing the pleasure of life to enter us, and allowing us to feel an ease moving through life, feeling supported and feeling embraced and guided, and that we don't have to struggle and push and suffer and feel like life has to be hard. How many of you feel like there are periods in your life where you feel like life has to be hard, or you have to prove your worth, or you have to do certain things perfectly in order to feel recognition, to feel like you're worthy of what you are offering and giving to life, and in order for you to receive. I'm looking for Leela. I don't know where she went. I think she's playing. And so I want to leave you with one little story. When we came here to the dog park, we went to the side of the park where there are little dogs, and Leela is not so little, and she's been in this park before, and she's very rambunctious and she loves to play. But she came and she was feeling extremely shy. She came and she was cowarding, and there were tiny little dogs there, little terriers and Boston Terrier and all other kinds of dogs, and she felt shy. And I just want to say, shyness is a form of shame. And even for dogs, I feel, because she was traumatized, she also experienced trauma, and she was separated from her mom when she was a little puppy, and we adopted her at the Humane Society. And to me, it was so precious to see as I stayed there, and slowly, little by little, she started to feel more confident as she let time and more dogs to come sniff her. And then eventually we moved over to the other side of the park where there are big dogs. And also at first she was a little shy, but not as shy anymore. And now she's all over the park. I can't even see her. She's playing and rolling around with big dogs. So for me, it's so heartwarming to watch my dog and watch myself and watch so many of my clients move through these layers, those 4 blocks that I will be talking about in the upcoming weeks for the whole month of October. And really shed those layers of limitation, because for Leela that was a limitation, that she had to shy away and hold herself back from truly playing and enjoying herself at the dog park. So I want to put a stake in the ground for each one of you who is watching or watching the replay, that you can really unleash that part of yourself that can approach life with an attitude of play and pleasure, sacred pleasure, that you are worthy of receiving pleasure, and pleasure and ease of life is really not that far away, and you are worthy of it. So I'd love you to put in the comments the word pleasure, and also write down what are some of the things that bring you pleasure. Not out of something that you accomplish or validation that somebody will tell you that you are good because you did something, but just for the pure enjoyment. What are some of the things that you do not out of need to prove or get ahead or get somewhere where you're not right now, but just by giving yourself that experience, you have that internal feeling of satisfaction. It just feels good for no reason. Hi baby, here's Leela. Hi sweetheart. Okay, sweeties, beauties, I send you so much love, and I'm cheering for you, and I know that your birthright of pleasure, it's really your birthright to claim, to own, and to prioritize that in your life, the time for pleasure. For me, it's dance. When I dance, when I move, when I let my body feel the spontaneity of feeling inside of me, that's when I experience the ecstasy of pleasure. And I'd love to hear, what is yours? What are some of the ways that you feel pleasurable and deeply connected to your soul? That's what I want for you. And I'm rooting for you and holding this vision for you. That pleasure, it's not something for later. Once you get accomplished, once you get something done, once you have something to show. But pleasure is number one. When you have pleasure, when you have sense of ease and enjoyment and internal satisfaction, just by being alive, for being who you are, everything else comes with ease. And you feel supported, and you feel in the flow of life and guided in life. I send you much love, and we will be back together next week at 6 p.m. Eastern, right here in Trust Your Healing Gifts Community Facebook group. If you know anybody else who would love to receive this message and the tips and practices that I'll be sharing with you, please invite them and share this with them. It only happens inside of the group, so if you know sisters who would benefit from aligning with internal state of pleasure as a sacred gift, invite them here into this community. Sending you much love.